Bitcoin, we start 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if you refer to my last analysis, since the price was exactly within this move, I mentioned I'm looking for one move up. Then from there, we are expecting the price drop, and this is exactly what we get. And after that, as what we expected the price drop. And I mentioned if we want to look for buy by having entry above this, and we want to see the breakout of 46140, and if the price cannot break, then we take out the trade. And as I mentioned, if the price tag or entry, if we see is not moving within 2 hours, we take out the trade. We are not going to keep the trade for more than 2 hours. This is where we could take out the trade, because I mentioned we're looking for continuation as a sharp move. We wanted to see the price move a bit higher, somewhere around 47, before we get the drop, as what we expect the price drop, but we didn't move in the level what we have been looking for. Anyway, now we want to see what's the next. We don't need these lines anymore. All right, in this case we move to daily chart. All right, based on daily chart, as I mentioned in my last analysis, we're looking for this one as a correction. And since we get this as a first wave with the divergence and know the price drop, we want to see how deep this correction can be before we get the next move. If we put this one in as similar to what we get here, as we can see, this one in relative, not in relative, similar to what we have here with the divergence at the top, we see this the price drop. And now we are expecting this one repeat to be similar to what we get here in the smaller picture. All right, anyway, we're looking for this one as a first wave, and we're looking for this one as a deep correction for continuation in the bigger picture. This is what we're looking for. The only question is how deep this one can go. That's why we mentioned with the breakout of 43,800, the next level we're looking for is a 41. But right now we don't see any trade setup. Still, we are within this correction based on lower time frame, and simply we can see this one can turn to a channel. All right, that's why we can expect this one turn to a deep correction. And the way we're looking at this one right now, we're putting at this one as a flat, as a 1 2 3 in relative to this one, and 1 2 3. That's why we are expecting to get one more up. But whether we should look for buy or not, or whether we should look for sell, the only question is we want to see whether the price can break 43,800 or not. If the price cannot break the 43,800, we can look for, based on 1 hour chart, we can look for buy as a short term. But the best things, if we see the breakout, the price drop to this zone, because at that time we can confirm we finished, we done with this correction. Any reversal from there, we can look for long term. But if the price cannot break this line, this support, any buy from here, we consider as a short term buy. This means we can expect this one turn to more complex and even may turn to a channel. All right. Now, we want to see how we can look for trade if we move to 1 hour chart. All right, the best things is if we see the continuation, and if this one turn to a flag following by this one following by correction of flag, we can look for buy. But mostly this kind of the buy is a short term, and it doesn't give us any good trade setup. As I mentioned, it's a short term and small trade. But whether the traders, they want to take this one or not, but at this point we don't see any trade setup. And for me, I'm not looking for buy unless I see some changes. And how about if this one turned to a correction relative to this for one more drop? The only way to look for trade is, again, this one is a short term. We can put our entry below this, and with the breakout of 43,800, when the price either tag or break, we move our stop loss to break in even. Any of them is a short term trade. Whether the traders, they want to take it or not, it depends on them. Okay, but for me, I'm not looking for short term as this time. The only thing is I want to see the price drop to this level. If there is a breakout, I just let it go. But if there is no breakout, any reversal, also I will take it. And if there is no breakout, any reversal, we will take it, and still we consider as a short term within this correction. But if there is a breakout of this one, the price drop to this zone, because we mentioned with the breakout of 43,800, we're looking for somewhere around 41. Then any reversal from there, we can consider for the long-term trade. Okay. Now, again, the only way, the way we're looking at this one, we're looking at the correction, we're looking for this one as the internal flat, as a 1 2 3. Then we want to see whether the price can break or not. If there is no breakout, we look for one more up similar to what we have here. But if we look, if we see the breakout, then as I mentioned, we're looking for long term. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart, and as I mentioned, if we want to look for trade from here, either buy or sell, but right now the only way is to look for sell for by having entry below this. is a short-term trade. It's not really a good trade to look for. That's why I mentioned it depends on the traders. If the only thing is for me, I'm looking for, I want to see the breakout of this correction. Then from there, if we get any opportunity for buy for the long term, we will take it. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.